You want to trek the Himalayas, but you don't have 3 weeks to spare. You start looking for options and find a route that promises towering peaks just a short drive from Kathmandu, requiring only 5 to 7 days on the trail. That destination is Gosaikunda, a series of sacred, high alpine lakes sitting in the upper reaches of Langtang National Park. But look at this topographical graph plotting the route. You start in Kathmandu at 1,400 meters, taking a jeep to the trailhead in Dhunche at 1,950 meters. Then the elevation spikes. You have to climb to 4,380 meters in less than 3 days. The short geographical distance hides a brutal vertical ascent. If we lay the elevation profile for Everest Base Camp over the same timeline, you can see the contrast. Everest gives your body a gradual daily ascent. Gosaikunda forces you straight up the wall. Choose the wrong month, pack a heavy bag, or rush your daily pacing, and this beautiful alpine hike quickly turns into an altitude-sick struggle. A short trek does not mean an easy trek. To survive and actually enjoy Gosaikunda, you have to throw out generic hiking advice and build a highly specific logistical strategy. First, you have to manage your pacing. Your body requires a strict protocol to handle that rapid drop in oxygen. Second, you must pick your season carefully. You have to choose between crystal-clear mountain views in the fall or a massive, intense cultural festival in the monsoon rain. Third, your gear setup demands ruthless minimalism. Every extra ounce you carry pulls backward against that aggressive incline. By locking in these 3 variables before you book your flight, you engineer a successful trek instead of leaving your physical limits to chance. The standard starting line for this route is the town of Dhunche, sitting at an elevation of 1,950 meters. From there, you are pushing yourself to the main lake at 4,380 meters, and you are doing it in just 2 to 3 days of walking. That compressed timeline severely limits your body's ability to acclimatize. This introduces a high risk of acute mountain sickness. To counter the thin air, you have to enforce extreme discipline on the trail. That means aggressively hydrating with at least 4 liters of water a day and maintaining an intentionally slow, measured walking pace, even when you feel fresh at the lower elevations. The vacation days you save by picking a shorter route are paid for with intense physical discipline and constant awareness of your body. Next, you have to decide what kind of experience you actually want, starting with the classic peak seasons in autumn or spring. Trekking in October or November yields highly stable weather and dry trails. It delivers razor-sharp clarity, revealing the massive scale of snowy Himalayan peaks. The trade-off is friction with crowds. Tea houses get packed, requiring you to book bed space early. And while the mountains are quiet, you miss the intense spiritual energy this region is known for. If you want that energy, you have to look at an alternative scenario, trekking in August during the Janai Purnima festival. On this full moon, Gosaikunda transforms. Thousands of Hindu and Buddhist pilgrims, along with local shamans, journey up the mountain to perform ancient rituals. But accessing that cultural immersion means walking straight into the monsoon. You will deal with heavy rain, obscured views, deep mud, and leeches clinging to the lower trails. You must make a definitive choice between pristine visual optimization and raw cultural authenticity. The trail will not give you both at the same time. Finally, we have to look at what is in your bag. A common beginner mistake is packing a massive, heavy winter parka, simply because the destination has Himalayas in the name. Look at this effort versus impact quadrant chart. A heavy parka sits in the high-effort, low-impact zone. Instead, pair a layered fleece with a rain shell for low-effort, high-impact. A chest rag links even higher, keeping essentials accessible so you preserve critical uphill momentum. You also have to protect your electronics from the environment. The lower trails are choked with dust, and high-altitude cold drains a camera battery in hours. You must store your spares in an inner pocket against your body heat. When you are fighting a 2,400-meter vertical climb, every extra ounce of unnecessary gear in your pack directly degrades your physical performance on the mountain. Treating Gosaikunda casually is a recipe for failure. It demands a tailored approach. Finalize your plan with this decision tree. Are you seeking spiritual immersion or pristine views? For pristine views, you're the optimizer. Target October, bring a mirrorless camera and book early. For spiritual immersion, target August's Janai Purnima. Pack rain gear and prepare for muddy trails. A successful Gosaikunda trek is secured long before you arrive in Nepal. It happens the moment you honestly match your physical expectations with the exact logistical plan required to get you up the mountain.